After a wild race last time out at the Kansas Speedway here in the 2024 Herr's Elimination Series season, we arrive here in Indianapolis, Indiana at the greatest racetrack in the world for 20 laps of good old Brickyard action. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to race number 4 here on the 2024 Herr's Elimination Series season. It's the Indy 80K here from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. What's going on, everybody? Caleb here, and welcome to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway here in Indianapolis, Indiana for the running of the Indy 80K Race 4 on the 2024 Herr's Elimination Series season. Today we will be eliminating 2 drivers. It will be a little bit bigger race, so this is really going to make things interesting here today. It's going to be a fun one, as it usually is here from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And I'm pretty sure all the races that have run so far, you've seen our eliminations come from accidents that have happened on track. We'll have to see if that happens here today, or if for the first time this season, the cars eliminated will be decided just off of pure pace. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But starting on the pole for today's race, and also safe from elimination after winning last week, it's the number 97 of James Richardson. Have to see what he can do here today, starting from pole. We'll just have to wait and see how things go. But 28 of Brian Webb was eliminated last week, bringing the total up to 4, including him, Brian Webb, Michael Lewis, Owen Miles, and Skylar Taylor, now eliminated from championship contention. But still doesn't mean they can't go out and win the race. We'll have to see how they can do. Owen Miles actually starting in row number 2. But it'll be an interesting one. We'll just have to wait and see how things play out. But I think it's about time to get these guys rolling here from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And as they get rolling off here, we'll take a quick look at your starting lineup here for the Indy 80K here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. As before mentioned, on the pole is the number 97 of James Richardson, starting to the inside of the 53 of Matt Hunter. Hunter, I believe, will be attempting the Freedom 50 later this week. Have to see what he can do in that race. Row number 2, got the number 17 of Aaron Abel, starting to the inside of the 57 of Owen Miles. Row 3, we've got the 89 of Bryce Egan, starting alongside the 33 of Josh Petty, your Daytona winner earlier on this season. Row 4, we've got the number 22 of Eric Monaco, starting alongside the 86 of Skylar Taylor. And rounding out your top 10 is the 79 of Alexander Rowe, starting to the inside of the 90 of Bradley Ring. The rest of your starting lineup will be on the left-hand side of your screen, as well as the race info. It's going to be a 20-lap race here today, no pit stops. Well, that usually happens here in the Herr's Elimination Series. It's just a straight shot to the finish. It's going to be an interesting one here today. Like I mentioned, all of the races before this have had cautions for accidents that have also determined the drivers eliminated from that race. We'll have to see if that happens here today, or can this be the first race of the season where the drivers eliminated are decided off of pure pace. Usually pretty calm here in Indianapolis, but these guys so far this season have been pretty chaotic. We'll just have to wait and see how things go here from Indianapolis. But the pace car is going to make the left-hand turn into pit road, and it's going to be the 97 of James Richardson and the 53 of Matt Hunter, leading them down the front straightaway to the yard of bricks, and they are going to take the green flag. James Richardson leads him to the green here at the Indy 80K here from Indianapolis. Looking pretty good so far. Here for the 94, James Richardson comes back by to lead the opening lap here at Indianapolis. Bryce Egan in the 89 up to second right now in that Dodge. Eric Monaco in the 22 slots it in third. Alexander Rowe up to fourth, and Owen Miles currently rounds out your top five. Roberto Crown Jr. gonna make his way up to sixth. Aaron Abel to 17. Got stuck on that outside. He's falling back along with the 53 of Matt Hunter, who started on the outside pole. Dropped back to sixth by the end of lap one, and he's definitely outside the top 10 at this point. But James Richardson fired off pretty good there. Didn't look like he did at first. It actually kind of looked like Matt Hunter might have beat him to the line. But James Richardson got the advantage in turn number one, and he has the race lead, but he's got a challenger now. Here comes the 89, Bryce Egan to the inside for the race lead through turn number one. He's got a little bit of help behind from the 22 of Eric Monaco. And Bryce Egan takes the lead away here on lap number 3. Eric Monaco slots in behind him in second, Richardson in third, and how about Owen Miles in fourth? He is eliminated from championship contention. But that's not going to stop him from going for the race win here today. James Richardson back to the inside of Eric Monaco, trying to take second back away. And they're going to stay side by side for the time being. Richardson sends it in a little bit, though. But Monaco holding strong in that number 22. Here comes the 21, Roberto Crown Jr. Looking to the inside of Owen Miles for the fourth position. Has some help from behind from the 79 of Alexander Rowe. And Crown's actually going to take that spot away. Rowe and Miles are going to stay side by side. Josh Petty trying to make his way back up here. Aaron Abel and Matt Hunter finally got down to the inside. They're trying to make back up the ground that they lost. But Bryce Egan trying to pull away right now with the race lead. Looking towards the back of the field. The field right now is being bookended, or is being ended right now by the 28 of Brian Webb, but he's already eliminated from championship contention. So right now, your cars that would be eliminated would be the 69 of Brady Mardi Gras and the 98 of Amber Palmer. Right now are in the spots of elimination. I have to see if they can get themselves out of those spots. They do have a lot of cars around them, though, including the 37 Tyreek Hartman, Bradley Ream, with Joey Brown and Matthew Hubert right in front of them. But could potentially have a battle for the race lead on our hands. Eric Monaco right to the back bumper of Bryce Egan as they go down the back straightaway. Is he going to go for a move in turn number 3? Not quite yet. Going to stay in behind the 89 for now. James Richardson back there trying to catch back up to your top two. Roberto Crown Jr. trying to make his way into the lead battle here. Ooh, Eric Monaco trying to take a peek right there. Didn't have enough momentum, though, to fully make a move. Bryce Egan, though, looking pretty strong so far in the early stages of this one. Looking to be safe from elimination next race at Charlotte, which will be just later this week. Have to see how that race goes as well. Looking forward to that one. The Rowdy Energy Pro Series race there was awesome. It was the first race on the channel I did, actually, so a little bit sentimental for that reason. But Roberto Crown Jr., how about Crown looking to the inside of James Richardson, trying to make his way up to third. And Richardson trying to fight back on that outside. Going to be side by side down the front straightaway. Crown has some drafting help from Owen Miles and Alexander Rowe, but Richardson trying to hold his own. Is Crown going to send it in? No, he's going to play it a little bit safe and is going to let James Richardson by for the time being. But Bryce Egan and Eric Monaco, they're kind of pulling away from with the race lead. As Monaco is just kind of drafting up to the 89, kind of arrow pushing him forward. Not quite going for a move, though, just staying in behind the 89. And that's letting the two of them pull away with the race lead. Taking a look on back once again. Right now it's actually Amber Palmer in the first spot, and then they're side by side for the second one between Matt Hunter and Tyreek Hartman. Hunter started on the outside pole in this race, and I think he actually got to the outside wall. Looks like he has a little bit of damage on the right side of that 53. That could be why he's back here. That's not good if that is the case for the 53 of Matt Hunter, because that's really going to affect the aero on that car, and it seems to already be affecting him as he is slipping all the way to the back here at Indianapolis. That is not good for the 53 of Matt Hunter. He might be in a spot to be eliminated here. He's in a spot right now, and he's actually going to be passed by Palmer, and is now going to round up the field. Have to see if Hunter can recover, but up front, we got a pass for the race lead. It's the 22, Eric Monaco, takes the race lead away here on lap number 9 from Bryce Egan. James Richardson in the 97 also trying to take advantage, looking to the inside of Bryce, but just not enough momentum for that 97. He is going to stay in line with him going side by side for the lead. Kind of bunched everybody back up as now Richardson's back here in this row. Crown, Miles, Josh Petty trying to join this lead battle. And out front now, coming to lap 10, coming to halfway here, it's the 22, Eric Monaco, to the race lead. Egan trying to defend the bottom there from James Richardson. He's got a bit of a run, trying to find his way back around Bryce Egan, looking to get back up to that race lead. Trying to get himself 2 wins in a row here in the Herr's Elimination Series. Have to see if he can pull it off, but looking back here, yeah, that aero damage is not helping the 53 of Matt Hunter. Still at the back of the field with the aid of Michael Lewis, who already is eliminated from championship contention. Yeah, it's not looking good there for Hunter in the 53, and Amber Palmer not looking too good for Palmer either, as Tyreek Hartman in the 37 is trying to pull away from the 98 and leave the 98 out of the draft, because the draft is pretty important here in Indianapolis, where it is such a big track with long straightaways. So, while it is not important as places like Daytona and Talladega, it is still a pretty big factor here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But halfway through the Indy 80K here in Indianapolis, and it's Eric Monaco out front, followed by the 89 of Bryce Egan. Alexander Rowe in 3rd, Crown Jr. in 4th. We got side by side for 5th between James Richardson and Owen Miles as Josh Petty's gonna take him 3 wide though. Oh, that's not good. That's contact between Petty and Miles. But they're gonna make it work, and they are just barely gonna make it work. Oh my goodness. That was an aggressive move there by Josh Petty, and that was almost a wreck there. But luckily, they weren't able to keep it off of each other, because we saw them bouncing off of each other, but they were able to keep it straight. So, tight stuff there here at Indianapolis. But luckily, they were able to keep it straight, so we stay green. But looky here, Bryce Egan back to the inside of Eric Monaco, trying to take the race lead back away here on lap number 13. Monaco trying to hang strong on that outside, but Egan's just got too much of an advantage on the inside, and Egan clear, and he's going to take the race lead back once again. Alexander Rowe and Crown Jr. are now up here in this lead battle. Rowe looking to the inside of Monaco. He's going to go to the inside through turn 3. Had to check up a lot there, though. Didn't have the best entry into the corner. And Monaco is going to stay ahead for the time being. Josh Petty sends it into turn 4. That 33 being very aggressive here late in the going. He wants this win. And he wants to be safe from elimination at Charlotte, but Eric Monaco took a peek to the inside of Bryce Egan, sent it into turn number 1, but didn't quite get there. And that actually cost him a little bit of time with the awkward entry into 1, letting Egan pull away just a little bit. These guys back here, they're all bunched up. They're all drafting together. Trying to catch back up to the 89 of Bryce Egan as Alexander Rowe looks to the inside of Monaco, but didn't quite get there on the 22. I think these guys are, I guess, kind of trying to fake each other out, you know, act like that they're going to send it on each other, try to force the car in front into a mistake. But these guys are holding strong and seeing the cost of that right now, because you get a really awkward entry into the corner when you do that. And it could go pretty wrong if the car in front does hold their ground. But might potentially have another battle for the race lead on her hands as Eric Monaco's closed back up to the 89 of Bryce Egan. Josh Petty in the 33 back here looking at the inside of Crown Jr. for 4th. And here comes the number 79, Alexander Rowe, trying to get to the inside of Monaco. Not quite going to get it just yet. Had to check up there through turn 4. All that moving around caused everyone to get a little bit strung out there, as Bryce Egan was able to pull a 3/10 lead, excuse me, there on the 22 of Monaco, but Monaco was trying to close right back in, and now these guys back here try to get formed up. Alexander Rowe, Josh Petty, Roberto Crown Jr. trying to form a little bit of a drafting train. But with how aggressive Josh Petty's been in this race, I'm sure a move on Alexander Rowe is probably inevitable here in the next few laps. And here it could come right here. Looking to the inside of Alexander Rowe through turn 4. Are going to be side by side down the front straightaway, but Rowe had a little bit of a run on the outside there. Had some drifting help from Crown, and he stays clear. Now Roberto Crown looking to the outside of Josh Petty, but Petty's going to have the advantage as they go through 1. Owen Miles going to pass the 21 of Crown there. James Richardson is also going to get down to the inside as they go through turn 4. Taking a look back here, though, once again, and it has changed up drastically as now Aaron Abel and Tyreek Hartman are in the elimination zone, running 20th and 19th. Matt Hunter's actually made up some ground in that 53, so great stuff there, but not great for the 37 and the 17. They're now at threat of elimination. You also got the 82 of Joey Brown running right in front of these guys. He could potentially be in danger. But out front, we miss a pass for the race lead as Eric Monaco back to the point here at Indianapolis now with just 3 laps to go. Alexander Rowe is up to 2nd, Josh Petty up to 3rd, and Owen Miles in the 57 going to follow suit as Egan slips back to 5th. Now with James Richardson and the 97 right behind him, but coming to 2 laps to go this time by. All these guys back here trying to maybe formulate one final charge for the race lead. Have to see if they can do it. But Tyreek Hartman and Aaron Abel back here trying to get by Michael Lewis, trying to filter him out so they can go back after Joey Brown and Matt Hunter. But Brown and Hunter trying to pull away. They're trying everything they can to stay away from elimination. With 2 laps to go, Rowe is catching back up to Monaco. Great turn 2 there for Alexander Rowe. He's looking to the outside of Eric Monaco. Not quite enough room there. He's right to the back bumper of the 22. Does he go for a move in 3? Yes, he does. He peeks to the inside. Not quite going to get it done just yet. Here comes the 33 of Josh Petty. He's looking to the inside of Rowe through turn 4. Not quite going to get there just yet. He's going to stay at the back bumper. Maybe going to try to push a 79 along. But here we go. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Here from Indianapolis, Josh Petty to the inside of Alexander Rowe. Into turn number 1. That probably killed their momentum, but if he can get by him quickly, he might have a shot at it, but I don't know. That slowed them down a lot. That move might have just done it. Here from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Looking back here, Tyreek Hartman and Aaron Abel, they're trying to do everything they can to catch up to these guys. But yeah, that's a big gap there for first to second. That move probably cost Josh Petty and Alexander Rowe their shot at the win. But coming off of turn number 4, he is going to be safe from elimination. Next race at Charlotte, Eric Monaco wins the Indy 80K here at Indianapolis. And coming off of turn number 4, your eliminated drivers from this race are Tyreek Hartman and Aaron Abel. They are eliminated from championship contention here at the Indy 80K. And the first race this season where our eliminated drivers were determined off of pace alone. Whew, goodness gracious. That was a good one here from Indianapolis. And it's going to be the 22 of Eric Monaco, getting his first win on the season. And as I mentioned, he is now safe from elimination. And he also will start on pole next race at Charlotte. Good stuff there from that number 22. And really unfortunate there for Abel and Hartman. Yeah, Aaron Abel started, I believe, on the inside of row 3. Aaron Abel started 3rd in this race. And is going to wind up in 19th. Really tough break there for Abel and Hartman. But it is Eric Monaco getting it done here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We're taking a look at your final results here from Indy. Eric Monaco gets the win here at the Indy 80K. Josh Petty comes home 2nd. Bryce Egan's going to come home 3rd. Owen Miles 4th. Alexander Rowe rounds out your top 5. And then it's James Richardson, Roberto Crown Jr., Skylar Taylor, Matthew Hubert, and Lauren Martinez will round out your top 10. But there's the results here from the Indy 80K. And this will also be the starting lineup for the next race on the calendar. North Carolina 80K at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. That race will be going up just later this week. The race will be premiering on Thursday, May 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that race we will also have 2 more drivers eliminated from championship contention. It's going to be a fun one there from Charlotte. Really looking forward to see how that goes and how everything. Yeah, but thank you all so much for tuning in once again. Congratulations to Eric Monaco for winning the Indy 80K here in Indianapolis. And I will see you all at Charlotte. Y'all take care and have a good one.